Hi, everyone. We're here today with Edie Richardson, who is a graduate and alumni of class of 2017 with a degree in English literature. How are you today?
I am doing really well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being with us today. So what are you doing now?
So now I run a bakery. I have the Bakeshop by Fountain City Coffee down at Banks Food Hall. And I've been working for Fountain City for the last like 10 years also. So just, it's part of that. But yeah,
So
so I'm a baker.
how did you get where you are?
Um, I I started working as a barista at Fountain City in 2009, so shortly after I came to school. And then I just eventually started training to make the scones with the baker that um, used to be there, but she was leaving, so she trained me as her assistant. So then I started baking, um, and while I was going to school and stuff. So I was doing that, and then let's see. Basically, that's what happened. I just started baking, and it kind of grew from there. People really liked the cookies and stuff that I was doing, and I graduated 100 years later, and I started working at a magazine, Columbus in the Valley, which was great. And it was related to my degree, and then I just realized I really missed being in the kitchen, and the opportunity to do something down at Banks Food Hall came up, and we kind of couldn't you know say no, and we were like, well, we don't really need to do a coffee shop, but let's do a bakery. And so we did that. Yeah.
That is so cool. What a great journey to where you are.
Thank you.
What do you like? What do you love about your job?
I love that it lets me be creative, and I just love baking. It's kind of you know it you're when your hands are busy, it kind of lets your brain sort of turn off a little bit, and it's just very tactile. And I don't know, well, my favorite part is when people are really excited about what I make them. That's really it. I love it when people are like, oh my god, this is so good. It's like getting an A+ on stuff.
Awesome.
Validation.
Speaking of A+, is there anything that you learned as an English major that you find useful in your work and life today?
So I mean, my degree is not directly, I suppose useful for, well, it's useful. I feel like, I loved my whole experience of being an English major. I started creative writing and then switched to literature. So um and I don't know if this is really counts, but it definitely helps me in the way that I communicate with people. And I think there's something to be said about a lit degree that helps develop your empathy and understanding of other people and how I don't know, how they work, sort of. So I feel like it definitely helps with the communicating with the public on the like social media, and I write all the copy for the websites and all that stuff. But so it's like definitely useful in that way, other than it just, I loved it. So yeah.
The most important part.
Yeah.
So last question, what advice would you give to current CSU English majors?
You don't have to rush it, and just take as many of the classes that sound super interesting to you as you can, even if they might not necessarily be something that you need. If it's something that's interesting to you, like, I don't know, detective fiction. I loved that class, but I don't know. Yeah, just don't rush it and just enjoy it, and try to not like, sorry, I wasn't prepared for like an actual question. Um, you know, yeah, don't rush it. Just like read the things, and don't, try to blast through it in a way that you're not absorbing stuff, I guess, if you can. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I
That's
do.
not a really good
That's-
answer.
That's great advice. It's actually a great answer. And thank you so much for being with us today. Everybody can come taste your concoctions at the Bakeshop next to Fountain City Coffee on Broadway.
We're down at Banks Food Hall, so
Oh,
we're
Banks
just
Food Hall.
down on Bay Avenue. But yeah,
Okay. Well, great.
yeah,
Well, we'll stop by there and get some goodies.
sounds super.